Hi guys, this is Fusion Reinhardt from Life Healing Academy. Good evening to you all, and to US, good morning, good afternoon. I'm here with a good friend of mine, happiness coach Daniela Russo. Actually, the original plan was to have this Facebook Live yesterday evening with Daniela, but since we are both very technical people, we couldn't somehow manage to go online and be on the broadcast at the same time. So that's why I decided to come over to Amsterdam, meet Daniela in person, and bring her on board on Facebook Live now. So we will say hello to Daniela, and then I will just introduce her a little bit, what she does and who she is, and then she will take it from there. Daniela is actually sitting next to me. Ta-ta!
Hi! Finally, we can make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost.
We made it. We definitely made it. So this is the solution we found. We will sit next to each other so that technologically nothing can go wrong. And I have the laptop open, two phones open, and another laptop open. So we will take care of it for sure this time. So how did we meet with Daniela? We both did NLP training, and she got the NLP training from the same teacher I got as the first part of NLP, so practitioner training. But we were not in the same class, so we didn't know each other at that time. But one day she called me and she said that she saw I got the training from the same person, and if I would be interested in meeting up and have a chat, have coffee. I said, oh, with pleasure, because I really love Italian people a lot. Somehow I'm connected to Italians, and Daniela is originally from Italy. So we decided to meet up. We had a coffee and it was immediate click. We really clicked very well. I shared my experiences with her. She shared her previous experiences. We both come from corporate world. She used to be a lawyer, and she spent some time in corporate business as well. And we had a lot of things in common. Of course, Italy was one of them. And then we decided to have some workshops together. And we started doing NLP workshops in Amsterdam live. And we called it Power of Emotions. And they were doing very well, very successful. And she chose the way of coaching people in their happiness. That's why she calls herself happiness coach. So I will throw the ball to Daniela, and we will listen. What does a happiness coach do? And who is she? And what is her background in short? Then we will move on to how to be happy, how to keep our happy state, and so forth, so forth. So here is Daniela.
Hi to everyone. And just to add to what Fusun said, is that when we were part of the same WhatsApp group, even if I didn't know her, she was always active in the group and always, busy with a new website and a lot of coaching and healing, a lot of stuff. So I was watching, and what I liked about her, she looked so nice. And always, what I really was impressed about, always she used the emoji, the one the sign that. Namaskaram, and always the sign with the little angel. So I like it so much. This girl looks so sweet. I really want to meet her, and so this is why I also contact her. She really, I was really.
I didn't know that part.
No, I was really inspired. So about me, yes, I'm happiness coach, and when I introduce myself to people as happiness coach, everyone is super curious and say, what does an happiness coach does? So guess what? Help you to find your happiness. And what do I mean as happiness? Yeah, for me, for example, feeling happy, being happy is I calculate how many days there are in 1 year. And if most of the time I feel good and I feel fulfilled and I feel I don't have any worries, I don't have any anxiety, I feel just good, and I think I am happy. And how did I get that? So as to answer the question of Fusun, yes, I used to be a lawyer in my previous life.
It's like past life.
It's this one, but I like to say that it's previous life because my life changed totally. My dream was to become the Minister of Finance in Italy. So I studied law, tax law, so because I really was obsessed with, I would say, obsessed with career and status. I want to be this respected lawyer, and I like myself, in this suit and be really
Businesswoman.
yeah, really businesswoman. I was 20 something. And then when I went to work as a lawyer, I realized that was not what I thought it was just being all day, like 10 hours a day minimum, sitting in a bibliothèque, in a
library.
In a library, bibliothèque is in Dutch, sorry. Sometimes I confuse Dutch and English. And basically studying all these laws and legislation, interpretation, and just to make multinationals more richer and richer. So basically, because it was kind of very important tax law consulting firm. And so this is what I was doing. And after 2 years, 3 years doing that, then I thought, yeah, is this what I want? Spend all my life, all day long, just being closed in this library, just to make multinational or already millionaire even richer. I said, no, this is not what makes me happy. And I was earning a lot of money. But at the end, I realized very early in my age that really money is not the motivation. To keep your job. It can be for some people, but actually can never be, until the end. Maybe in the beginning, and especially if something that you really wish, you really want to become rich, or it can be for a while, but it can never be forever your real motivation. Money.
I think that comes maybe from the family time already, because the families or the society expect you, okay, you go to school, you get a good degree, and when you get a good degree, you find a good job, and good job contributes some good amount of money to you. Off to go, your life is fixed. But it's not the case, because we are looking more than wealth, we look fulfillment. And when we don't have the fulfillment in our hearts, then we start searching for other alternatives to make ourselves happy.
Exactly. And then what I learned later on, that money can never be a really ends value. Money can be a mean to achieve something else. So many people really think they want money, but they never want money. It can never be that really this is the ultimate goal, what they want. They want money to, for example, feel secure, to achieve security, to achieve freedom, to achieve power, to achieve recognition. But at the end, this is what you want. So they take the long way, say, first let's take money, let's get money, let's make money, and then I'm gonna get that. But if you know already what you want, if you know what your life values are since the beginning, so you would go directly for recognition, you will go directly to freedom, you will go directly to security that not necessarily comes from money. You can also find other ways. So actually, this is what I'm doing now. I'm helping people to understand, to get clarity in their life, what they really want. Because basically, happiness comes from clarity. First thing you have to have in your life is clarity, knowing what you want. And most people, they know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. And so they focus, so they don't even know where to focus. You have to imagine, like when you have a GPS and you are on a Ferrari, maybe. Yes, exactly. You have a Ferrari, you put your navigator, and you have to know where you are right now and where you want to go. Otherwise, you will drive forever on the highway without any destination. So, and then you have the Google Maps or whatever, the navigator tells you the best way to go there. And this is the same with our life. We have to know where we are right now. So clarity on where you are right now. What are your struggles? What you want to change? How you feel right now? Where you want to go? So what you want to achieve and how to go there. And this is the path that I do with my clients. Most of them, they are a little bit lost or when you don't feel good, you
Self-confidence.
Yeah, also
When
definitely.
you don't feel confident.
Yeah, definitely. And this is what I do to achieve clarity. Clarity is power. Clarity is connecting to self-confidence, because self-confidence. Confidence is believing in something,
Believing in your abilities.
Yes, believing in
having
it.
trust in yourself.
Exactly. But it's very difficult to do that if you don't have clarity, if you don't know what you want, if you don't know how can you really be so self-confident if you don't have clarity. Clarity, in my opinion, is really the base for everything. And this is what I try to achieve
work with your clients.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what were you doing during the pandemic to keep yourself happy?
All right. Actually, I was quite lucky because my life didn't change much in the pandemic. So I'm in the pandemic since a couple of years.
Just like me.
Yeah, because I work from home. I'm super lucky and grateful to have a beautiful house in the center of Amsterdam where I work with my clients. And so I don't leave my house that much, or also before I don't travel that much. I also don't go to restaurants that much because luckily I am really happy with my cooking skills, and I'm Italian, so I'm a little bit picky, to go in Amsterdam to eat well. Yeah, it's possible, definitely, but it's not that you can go every day to expensive restaurant or whatever. So I really also enjoy to cook. So basically, yeah, I was doing this life already since 2 years. Unfortunately, in Amsterdam, we didn't have this severe lockdown as it was in Italy, that you couldn't go, not even to have a walk in the park or things. So
I think in Holland it was in general more relaxed.
Yeah,
so compared to many European countries, the Dutch government was allowing us with more freedom, and we could go outside and we could have a walk, and people could sit in a park with social distancing and all those kind of things. So we weren't really feeling like strangled like in Spain or in Italy or many other parts of the world.
Yeah.
And I also know that you're a big fan of Sadhguru.
I love Sadhguru.
Yeah, so you have a nice meditation history as well. I believe the power of meditation, because you need to keep your mind calm in order to have clarity. So in your busy life, when your mind is going in 1,000 directions, it's difficult to focus on one thing and start having clarity. And in this case, exercises like meditation and mindfulness really becomes powerful to give you that allowance to relax your mind and to have more clarity and focus on your goals or in your life. So when did you start meditating, and what has changed before and after your journey with Sadhguru?
Yeah, I don't know for whom, if you don't know, Sadhguru is a yogi, mystic from India. He has an ashram in India and an ashram in US. Basically, I got to know Sadhguru through my boyfriend, because he was getting really obsessed with Sadhguru. So basically, instead of watching movies in the evening, every evening I was like, let's watch a movie. Now I want to watch Sadhguru. Every night, Sadhguru. In the beginning, I didn't even understand what he was saying, because for me was, my English is not super perfect, and and for me in the beginning was really difficult to get used to his accent. So I didn't even understand. So with the subtitles a little bit, and then I said, what he's talking about, because
but it's not your English, it's his English.
Yeah. No, his English actually is perfect. But so I was, and then slowly me too, wow, incredible. And I had also this because I was already studying this ancient Indian, the Vedas, in Indian scriptures. I was really fascinated by the yogic culture and lifestyle. And I was looking for a meditation, because I tried to do it myself, but I never meditated in my life, never, ever. And when I was trying it, after 2 minutes, I was already bored. So I said, no, I'm not going to do it myself. I tried everything. I do this app, the other app, but it was really difficult for me, because I was quite restless. And so then I was looking for something structure, like a program, that they tell you the structure, you have to do this and that. And so then because of my boyfriend, who went to do this kind of retreat, yeah, it's the basic program that is it's called the Inner Engineering, and they teach you the basis meditation, that is Shambhavi Mahamudra. So I went there, and then it was kind of a shock for me, because I didn't know that when you go there, you have to commit basically to meditate in the beginning, like 1 hour a day from nothing. And but yeah, once you are in these things, and they kind of, you commit to yourself as, yeah, it's for a while, it's for 40 days, then you have to do 20 minutes.
Hey guys, 40 days, 1 hour a day.
Yeah, 40 days,
Yeah,
1 hour a
she just
day.
talks like simple, but some people cannot even sit for 5 minutes with meditation.
Actually, no, but I didn't know that it was like that. But then when I jumped in, and you kind of start to, they kind of tell you, you are here now, you are learning this, we are giving you a gift, and it was amazing, the content and stuff. And then there are all the testimonials of people who changed totally their life with this meditation. So you said, okay, I want to give it a try. 40 days is nothing. And then after 40 days, indeed, you get kind of used to it. And then it's from zero, then became kind of
lifestyle.
And then after that, I added yoga to that. That is also from the same meditation program. And I had another 2 meditations. So now I'm meditating 1.5 hour a day from, and now it's 2 years. I'm almost, in August is going to be 2 years I'm doing it. And yes, it changed my life, I can say, totally. It is something, that you cannot say is tangible. It's like, you do a diet and you say, okay, I lost 5 kilos, you cannot say like that, because it's something very subtle. But definitely what I can say is that everything that was bothering me before, now either it doesn't bother me at all, so just, okay, nothing, or it bothers me 10,000 times less. So it's really little disappointment, a little thing compared to before.
Yeah, I think it's indeed not easy to become a happiness coach for nothing. And I always believe that before you are finding your real path, you are going through so many challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And when the challenges becomes painful, then you know that something has to change, and then you start searching for ways to change it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have tried first to leave corporate business, which was bothering you already. That was your first step. Mm-hmm. And of course, throughout your own childhood and different cultures, different family style, coming to Holland and being in a different environment, you also went through other challenges in your life.
Yeah.
Then you found the meditations, you found a new boyfriend, you found also Ayurvedic nutrition, right?
Yeah.
A complete different way of
Viva
feeding
India,
yourself.
Viva India.
Viva India. So it's not easy. And I know also you tried twice ayahuasca, right?
Yes.
And how was your experience with ayahuasca?
Oh my God, no. I cannot say I recommend it, because it was really
intensive, right? Your experience.
Yeah, definitely.
And now you are serving people with their happiness, and it doesn't matter which area of their life, right? You don't really specify it to a certain direction, but the most important is that you find the core problem of their problem and fix it, show them another way, using all kinds of different tools. One of them is NLP and some positive intelligence, and show them that there's another path and they can be happy. And happiness is not for selected people. Happiness is for all of us, right?
Definitely. And indeed, because it's not about that it's not you cannot have a niche with happiness, because happiness is about everything. And actually, what I like to say, at the end, we go towards happiness, but what I help people is really to find what is really important for them. So it doesn't matter, if you come for a problem for relationship or for a problem for losing weight, or for example for a career change. At the end, is the same, because if you find what is really important to you, what are your core values, what are really you are, what is what motivates you, and then we make a kind of happiness plan that honoring every day your values. Doesn't matter, what is your problem, or is it at work, or is at home, or other things. You really feel good. You will feel, when you honor every day your values, is all at the end, is all that. Seems easy, it sounds easy, but it's like that. But the problem is that people don't know what their values are.
They actually know, but they don't know that they are called values.
No, they think they know, but they don't know. For example, with this career or money, many people think that this is what they want, because actually this is mostly values from their families or from the society. Also this obsession with beauty and being thin and going to the gym and Botox and money and money and career and status and getting the car and whatever. These are all things that is not in our core. It's just that either society, we are influenced by society, we are influenced by families, we are influenced by friends. And so we think that we want these things, but in reality we don't. So when we get them, then we are not happy. Because most of my clients, they have everything. So they have the family, they have a good job, wife, husband, children, friends, and then they say, oh my God, and I have everything. So because when you are building up your life, you are not even thinking about it, because you are working.
Yeah, but you are also sacrificing a lot of things for the sake of having a good career, for the sake of earning more money, for the sake of having power. So you start sacrificing from other things, maybe from your family, from your love relationship, from going out with your friends. The only focus you have is, I'm going to be successful, I will earn a lot of money, I will get my power, I will have a very good career. So you always focus yourself like that. That's why Tony Robbins says success without fulfillment is an ultimate failure.
Yeah,
because people get everything, but still if you talk to them, they are like, something is missing inside, because they don't fulfill those values.
Yeah, at the end I found out that all my clients is just a question of values.
Yeah.
Correct. And when we found out what are their real values, what are the values they think they have but they are not theirs.
Yes.
And where we found out the values that they would like to have and that they have to develop and how to do it, all of them, I must say, they solved all the problems like in magic. Oh, okay.
And what is your biggest value?
Actually, this also changed my life. But I discovered my values when I was 40 something. 40, yeah. Until 40, I thought, that my values were the values of my parents. They are like security, indeed, career. Yes, definitely love, family. So I thought they were this one. So every time I was going for these values, because I was studying, lawyer, family, kids, I was feeling safe in a way, but I was always missing something. And when I was doing something a little bit more adventurous, more crazy, then I was doing that, but I was feeling guilty because, oh my God, I shouldn't do this because it's
against the family values.
At that time, I thought they were mine. The moment that I understood that these values were my parents' values, and my values were more adventure, fun, and passion. These are my values, and love. No, love.
Yeah.
Love, passion, adventure, and fun. And not in an order, but all together. So once I understood that these were my values, I started to live according to that. I left my job, I left everything, and I studied to become a coach. And then I started.
I think one of your values is also freedom.
Yes, but I think passion is more
on the top.
Yeah, passion.
And what do you think about self-confidence? Why do you think people lack self-confidence?
As I said before, for me, it goes with clarity. When the thing is that,
but sometimes the kids also don't have self-confidence. So it's early for them to think about clarity.
Yes. So it depends, because sometimes there is a problem with, not a problem, but with the inner confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And with the outer confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So the inner confidence is when you really feel you accept yourself, you love yourself, you are comfortable with yourself. You don't need validation. Mm-hmm. You don't need to demonstrate anything to anyone. Mm-hmm. This is the real confidence, yes. Right? Then you have the outer confidence. So most of the people are perceived by others as self-confidence, the way they act. Mm-hmm. But inside, they lack this acceptance of themselves. And I think that really in this society now, most of the people, this is what I'm experiencing, it really is difficult to accept themselves.
Yeah, I think also there is a thing called comparison. So I always say that comparison is a killer. Because even if you're a small child or you're an adult, you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. When you start comparing yourself to others, or if your family starts comparing you with other kids, there things start going wrong.
Definitely.
Or if you're at school and you are bullied at school, or your teacher say something to you, although you're a confident kid coming from a confident family that gave you also that confidence, something happens at school between your friends and your self-confidence is damaged. Or you grow up with self-confidence, you become an adult, you go into a very toxic relationship, and then your partner starts telling you all kinds of things. You start judging yourself, questioning yourself. But I used to be such a confident man. I used to be such a confident woman. What happened now? So even one word can twist that self-confidence of people. Definitely. And like you also say, it's very important that you accept yourself the way you are, because you are authentic. And only you have the things that you have, not other people. Yeah. Because we are all born with our own gifts. We can always bring our own gifts to the table, and then we can join forces with other people. Yeah. So people need to see and understand that they are unique by themselves and love and accept themselves to feel confident. Yeah. And then I want to turn the camera and look you in the eyes and give you an advice that if you want to compare yourself to someone, compare yourself to yourself. So basically, where were you 2 years ago? Where were you 5 years ago? Where were you 1 year ago? So think about that, because the important thing is to be at your best, to be your best self. This is what you have to try to achieve, because indeed comparison doesn't make sense, because no matter how beautiful you are, how successful you are, how, I don't know, whatever you are, there's always someone else who's better than you. Absolutely. Always. And if there's not today, because you are the best of the best, there's going to be tomorrow. Yeah. So basically, it doesn't make any sense. So you just have to compare yourself with yourself and be at your best, and just, try to improve yourself all the time. So this was my 2 cents advice. Thank you very much for this advice, and thank you very much for all this epic talk as well. I didn't see any questions. If you guys have any questions, please shoot. And if you have other questions that you remember later on, please post it here as well. We can always come back to you, get back on your questions. So this was our epic talk with Daniela, who is a happiness coach. And if anybody needs to boost their happiness, they can contact her. And in the meantime, I have to remind you guys again that I have this female entrepreneur private group, which is called Self Confidence Secret on Facebook. We will soon start with our masterclasses. If you are a female entrepreneur, please don't miss it. Then you will regret it, because it will be epic masterclasses and they will be free. If you are a female entrepreneur or female who wants to start up their business, I will make sure that you have 1000% confidence in yourself and teach you how to control your emotions so that you can conquer the world. So until next time, take care of yourself. Thank you for joining, and bye-bye.